Yes, good afternoon, students. Yes, paper number 20599, 20599. Now in this, paper number 20599, PO, RRB PO, scale 1. Now in this question numbers 1 to 5. Now the first 5 questions are based on what? 8 persons, LMNO. How many persons are there? 8 persons. Who are those 8 persons? LMNO, PQ, R and S are seated in a row with equal distance between each other. Then, persons seated at the extreme ends of the row facing south. Now with equal distance between each other, now the direction is not specified, isn't it? But whereas, persons seated at the extreme ends of the row faces north, 2 people, 3 people between and so on. Now 8 persons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in these 8 persons, the persons who are seated at the extreme ends facing south, now these persons are facing towards south, and only 2 people sit to the left of Q. As only 2 people sit to the left of Q, how many possibilities you can have? Now this Q can be here, isn't it? Then this Q is facing towards north, then 2 people sit to the left of Q. Then what is the other possibility here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The persons who are seated at the corners are facing towards south, and only 2 people sit to the left of Q. Then Q must also face towards south. Hence, in total, how many possibilities? We have some 2 possibilities. Then only 2 people sit to the left of Q, 3 people between Q and L. Between Q and L, how many persons are there? 3 people, hence L must be here in case 1, and in case 2, L must be here. Then 3 people between Q and L. M sits second to the right of L. As M is seated second to the right of L, now here M must be here, that is the only possibility. M seated second to the left of L, L must be facing towards south. And in this case, M sits second to the left of L, M is here. Now this L is facing towards north. M sits second to the left of L. M and L facing the same direction. Now this M and L facing the same direction in case 1. Now M and L are facing towards which one? Towards south. And in case 2, M and L are facing towards north. M and L face, and both the immediate neighbors of M face a direction opposite to M. Immediate neighbors of M faces opposite direction to M. M is facing south, and these 2 persons are facing towards north. Now M is facing north, and these 2 persons are facing towards which direction? Towards south, because these neighbors of M are opposite directions to M. And S sits south to the left of O. Now whatever this is, S is south to the left of O. And O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. Whatever this O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. As O is not an immediate neighbor of Q, now let us check out the possibility for this O. O cannot be in these 2 places. Then tell me whether O can be at this place or not, in between L and M. If O is here, S sits out to the left of O, then O is facing towards north. S and Q must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence O cannot be here. Are you following or not? Then tell me whether O can be at this place or not, that end. Now if O is here, then this person is facing towards south, and south to the left is not possible at all. Hence O cannot be in any one of these places, hence O must be here. If O is here, 1, 2, 3, S must be here. O is facing towards south, S is south to the left of O. Clear now? Then coming to this one, O is not adjacent to whom? O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. O cannot be in these 2 places. O cannot be here, cannot be here. As O cannot be here, tell me whether O can be here or not. If O is here, O is facing towards south, S is south to the left of O is not possible because O is at the corner. Isn't it? Because this person is facing towards south. Hence, these cases are not possible. Then tell me whether O can be here or not. If O is here, then 1, 2, 3, S and Q must be in the same place, which is not possible. O cannot be here as well. Then O must be here. If O is here, S and M must be here, which is also not possible. And the second case is completely ruled out because there is no place left for this O at all. Done with this? Now we finally were left with only one case, that is the first one. Immediate neighbors of P facing the same direction. Immediate neighbors of P facing the same direction means tell me whether P can be at this place or not, second from the left. As tell me whether P can be here or not. If P is here, immediate neighbors of P are O and Q. These 2 persons are opposite directions, hence the condition is invalid, P cannot be here. Then tell me whether P can be at this place or not. P cannot be at the last place, isn't it? Now P cannot be at this place because there must be 2 neighbors. Hence P cannot be here. Hence where should this be? P must be here. And immediate neighbors of P are L and M, and both these two persons are facing towards south. Immediate neighbors of P face the same direction, and P does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the row. P does not sit at the end. This information is not at all required, isn't it? And more than two people between P and N. As more than two people between P and N, N cannot be here, because if N is here, there is only one person between P and N. As more than two people, hence N must be here. And who is the person left over here? N. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R is the person left over. R must be at this corner. And P and N face the same direction. As P and N facing the same direction, P is facing towards north. N is also facing towards north. Hence in total how many persons? 8 persons. O is south, N is north, Q and S are also towards north. M is towards south, P north, L south and R south. Done with this? Now this is how these 8 persons are seated in a row facing different directions. Then question number 1. In which of the following pairs are both the persons are facing south? Both the persons L and R. L and R are facing towards south, isn't it? And so what is your answer? Choice 1 is the answer. Then question number 2. Now in this question number 2, which of the given statements is true with respect to the given information? Now P sits exactly between M and S. Is it true here? No. And R sits at one of the extreme ends of the row. Is it true? Yes. And so what is your answer here? Only choice 2, definitely true. Then coming to question number 3. Now in this question number 3, in which of the following pairs of people are odd number of people sitting between them? Odd number of people. Between M and R, how many persons? 2 persons. And 2 is an even number. Hence the choice 1 cannot be your answer. Then coming to choice 2. Now between Q and M, how many persons are there? There is exactly 1 person. And 1 person between Q and M. This 1 is an odd number. Hence the choice 2 is the correct one. Then question number 4. And who is to the immediate left of Q? As tell me who sits to the immediate left of Q? Q is facing north and N is to the immediate left. That is choice 3. Then question number 5. How many people between P and N? As tell me how many are in between P and N? 1, 2, 3, Q, S and M are the 3 persons between P and N. Choice 3. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 1 to 5. Then question number 6 to 10. Now in this 6 to 10, what is the information given here? Different number of applications. 10, 26, 42, 57, 88, 103 and 450 were received for admission in a college on different days of the same week, starting from Monday and ending on Sunday, isn't it? Ending on Sunday, but not necessarily in the same order. Now in this one, now 10, 26, 42, 57, all these are given in an ascending order. And definitely these numbers need not necessarily be in the ascending order only. He can give in any order, in whatever the order he has given. And you first try to arrange all these numbers in the ascending order. ఒక్కొక్కసారి వాటి numbers ascending, descending could be given. అప్పుడు ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఏంటంటే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వకుండా ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ అన్ని అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో రాసుకోండి. Because most of the information will be based on those cases. Then next one, starting from Monday and ending on Sunday, isn't it? No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whenever it is based on days, always fix the days at the center. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Hence in total 7. And what are the numbers here? The numbers are 10, 26 and so on. Saturday and Sunday. Whenever these days, months and floors, all these were given. Now try to represent this one at the center. Then condition number 1, more than 100 applicants were received on Friday. On Friday, how many are there? More than 100. More than 100, how many possibilities do we have? 2. Either it could be 103 or 450. Now on Friday, it could be 103, that is one possibility, and 450, that is the second possibility, isn't it? Either 103 or 450. Then odd number of applicants were received on Wednesday. Wednesday, odd number of applications. Among these numbers, odd numbers 57 and 103. As 57 and 103, now 103 is already done, hence 57 will be here in this case, isn't it? Now in the other case, what happens here, 103 or 57 in any order. 103 or it could be 57. Now in case 1, we have 2 possibilities, and in case 2, there is only 1 possibility for this 57 and 103. Odd numbers, because we are having only 2 odd numbers, 57 and 103. and odd number of applications were received on Wednesday. More number of applications were received on Sunday than on Wednesday. Now, more number of on Sunday than on Wednesday. Now, if you take 103 at this place, if you take 103 at this place, then what happens here? 103, and this Sunday must be more than this 103. Is there any possibility for this one? No, because 103 is the second highest, and 450 is already there. Hence, it cannot be 103, and this number must be how much? This number must be 57. Are you following or not? If this is 57, then whatever this one, this could be either 88 or 103 in any order. Then, coming to the second information here, 57 is already here, and 88 or 103 is already there. Hence, 88 or 450 can be here. Here, 88 or 450, and in this case, 57 already done, 88 or 103. Hence, again, there are two possibilities for this Sunday. Then, total number of applications received on Saturday and Sunday was 98. Saturday, Sunday, 98. Then, how many possibilities do we have to get 98? Now 10 and 88, there is one possibility. Then 26 plus how much? 66. Is it 66 is there? No. And 42 plus how much is 88? 46. 46 is not there. And 88, that means only one possibility. What is that possibility? Saturday and Sunday must be 88 and 10. As 88 and 10, hence 88 is valid here. 103 cannot be here. Here 450 cannot be here because the sum must be 98. Hence, as this is 88, Saturday must be 10. Here also Saturday must be 10. Done with this one? Then 98. More number of applicants were received on Monday than on Sunday. More on Monday than on Sunday. Hence 88 done. Now 450 were done. Now we are left with what? Now we are left with 103. Now in the second case, more number of on 88. As 88 is here, 103 is here, and this must be 450. Isn't it? 450. More number of applications were received on Monday than on Sunday. The sum of the total number of applicants received on Monday and Tuesday was less than 130. Monday and Tuesday lesser than 130. Here Monday itself is 450 and the second case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. Then what are the other numbers left over here? 26 and 42 are the numbers left. Now it cannot be 42. If it is 42, the sum will be 145, which is more than 130. Isn't it? Hence it cannot be 42. 42 will be here. If 42 is here, 26. Now the sum of these two is 129, lesser than 130. Clear now? This is how the applications were received on different days of the week. Then question number 6. On which of the following days was odd number of applications received? Odd number of applications were received on Wednesday and Monday. Now between these two, Wednesday and Monday, what is given here? Only one, that is Monday, choice 1. Then question number 7. How many applications received on Friday? Yes, so how many received on Friday? 450, that is choice 2. Then question number 8. What is the difference of the number of applications received on Friday and Sunday? Friday and Sunday, what is the difference between these two? 450 and 88. What is the difference between these two? 450 and 88? Yes, difference between these two is so much? 362. That is choice 4. Then question number 9. According to the number of applications received to the college are arranged in ascending order, which day is the 4th position? Ascending order means starting with the least. Now the question is about the days. And the days is what? First is Saturday. Next one is Tuesday, isn't it? Saturday. And next one is Tuesday, because Saturday is 10. The next highest is Tuesday, 26. Next one is Thursday, isn't it? After this Thursday, 42. And the next one must be 88. 88 is what? 88 is Sunday, isn't it? Wednesday, 57. Now 57. 57 is Wednesday. After this Wednesday, Sunday will be there. Hence Wednesday, that is choice 3. Then question number 10. What is the sum of the number of applications received on Tuesday and Saturday? Tuesday is 26, Saturday is 10. Isn't 26 plus 10? 36, choice 3. Done with this? Now this is about question number 6 to 10. 7 different days and number of applications were different. Then question numbers 11 and 12. Yes, question number 11. 4 of the following 5 is nothing but an odd man out, isn't it? Now in this odd man out, what is the answer here? Letter odd man out. What is the difference between U and Z? The difference between U and Z is 5. The value of U is 21. Z is 26. The difference is plus 5. And O and U, 15 and 26, the difference, 21, the difference is plus 6. M and R, the difference is 5. 5 and 5 is common, and 1 there is 6. And that is your answer. And for now C plus 5 and G plus 5. Then what is your answer here? Choice 2. Except choice 2. And in the remaining pairs, the difference between the letters is 5. Choice 2 is the answer, 11th one. Then what about question number 12? Now in this question number 12, what is given here? C, W and X. Now W, X, last two letters. I am coming from third letter to the second letter. X, Y, U, V, T, U, and what is the next one here? V, W, isn't it? No. The last two letters are in an order in all the given 5 choices. Then what is the relation between the first two, C and X? C and X are opposite pairs. AZ, BY, CX, DW, all these are opposite. Similarly, B and Y are opposite, E and V are opposite, F and U are opposite. Then what is the opposite letter to G? T. And so what should be the letter here? G, T, and U is the term. G, T, X, Y. G, T, S is the correct term. G and T are opposite, S and T. But as here, what is given? G, W, V. Hence this is the odd one. Except choice 5. And in the remaining terms, the first two are opposite pairs, but as in the choice 5, they are not opposite. Clear? Now this is about question number 12, then 13 onwards. 13 to 16. Now question number 13 to 16, it is based on what? It is based on blood relations. Now in this blood relation, C is the grandfather of R. Now this C is the grandfather of whom? C is the grandfather of R. That means R's father or mother's father. R is here. R's parents' father is C. And C is the grandfather of R. C has only one child Q. As C has only one child Q, now this R is the child of this Q. As of now, the genders of this Q and R cannot be determined. R is the only son of B. This R is the only son of B. And this Q and B are married couple. R is the only son of B. B is the daughter of Y. As B is the daughter of Y and Q is the son, B is the daughter of Y. Y is the mother-in-law of Q. B is the daughter of W. B is the daughter of W. Hence, B is the daughter of W. W will be here. And Y is the mother-in-law of Q. Y is the mother-in-law of Q. That means Q's spouse's mother is Y. And this Y is the mother-in-law. Y is the wife of W, W is the husband of Y, and B is the mother of A. Now this B is the mother of whom? B is the mother of A. B is the mother of A. E is the sister-in-law of Q. E is the sister-in-law of Q. Sister-in-law means, what do you mean by this sister-in-law? There are two definitions given to this sister-in-law. What are those two? One is spouse's sister and another one is brother's wife. Now this Q's brother is not there because Q is the only child of C. Hence spouse's brother. Spouse's brother and spouse's sister. E is the sister-in-law of Q. And this B and E are siblings to each other. Then question number 13. Which of the following statements is definitely true? Then C has only one grandchild. As C has only one grandchild, is it true? No, because there are two grandchildren, C, A and R. Then Q is the husband of B. Q is the husband of B, definitely true. And E is the daughter of Y. This is also true. Then what is your answer here? Both B and C. Choice 4. Question number 13, choice 4. Then 14th one. And how is E related to R? E related to R means R's mother's sister. Mother's sister is aunt. Aunt, that is choice 4. 14, choice 4. Then 15th one. Now in question number 15, how is A related to Q? How is this A related to Q? Now the gender of this A is not known, isn't it? Now only son. R is the only son, and this A must be the daughter. How is A related to Q? A is the daughter of Q, that is choice 1. Question number 15, choice 1. Then 16th one. R is the grandson of Z. As R is the grandson of Z, as of now R is the grandson of C, W and Y. R is the grandson of Z as well. Hence Z must be married to C. C is a male, Z is a female. Then how is Z related to B? B is husband's mother. Husband's mother, spouse's mother, mother-in-law, choice 5. Done with this? This is about question number 16. Then 17 to 20. Now these questions 17 to 20 are based on what? Inequalities, coded inequalities. Now the relation between C and T. T is here, C is here. What is the letter which is common here? R is common. T lesser than or equals to R lesser than or equals to C. T lesser than or equals to C is true. C greater than or equals to T is also true. And the next one, Q lesser than or equals to C. Now Q lesser than or equals to C, the relation between which letter is common? R is common. R greater than or equals to Q. R greater than or equals to Q. And next one here, and R lesser than or equals to C. R is lesser than or equals to C means C is greater than or equals to R. Isn't it? C greater than or equals to R greater than or equals to Q. Hence the relation between C and Q is what? C greater than or equals to Q is true. Hence Q lesser than or equals to C is also true. Then what is your answer here? Both the conclusions follow. Both conclusions, choice 1. Then question number 18. Now in this question number 18, the relation between M and R. Between M and R there is 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, no relation between these two. First conclusion does not follow. And the second one, Q and A. A is here, Q is here. Between A and Q, now greater than is common, isn't it? Only greater than is there. Hence, A greater than Q. Q lesser than A is definitely true. Only 2 follows, choice 3. Question number 18, choice 3. Then 19th one. Now in this question number 19, the relation between F and Z. F is greater than, here there is lesser than. Two opposite symbols, hence no relation can be drawn between these two, hence neither one nor two, choice 5. Then question number 20. Now the relation between T and L. L is here, T is here. L greater than or equals to G. G greater than or equals to T. Hence L greater than or equals to T is true. T lesser than or equals to L is also true. Then the relation between A and B. The letter which is common is G lesser than A and B lesser than G. B lesser than G, G lesser than A. B lesser than A means A greater than B. Then what is your answer here? Both the conclusions, choice 1. Hence question number 20, it is choice 1. Then 21 to 25. These questions are based on what? 436 and 853 are the 5 numbers given, isn't it? And 325 and 782, set of numbers 782, and the next one 567. In total there are some 5 numbers given as a set. Now each of these questions, these type of questions should always be worked out in the column method, isn't it? Because the question, finally the question will be based on the original number rather than the new number we are getting. Then 2 is subtracted from the second digit of every odd number. Every odd number, how much is subtracted here? 2 is subtracted. Now 853, 2 is subtracted means this will be 851 and this will be 323, and 2 is subtracted from the second digit. 2 is subtracted from the second digit of every odd number. 853 is the odd number. Now from the second digit we are supposed to subtract 2. Now this will be 833, and next one this will be 305, and here it will be 547. And 3 is subtracted from the first digit of every even number. First digit every even number, 3 is subtracted, this will be 136, and this will be 482. 3 is subtracted. Then, how many numbers thus found will the second digit be smaller than the first number? Second digit smaller. Here second digit is more than, here second digit is smaller than the first number, isn't it? Then this is 1. And the second digit is smaller than, and this is 2. And second digit is more, and second digit is less. Hence how many are there? There are 3 of such category. Hence 21, choice 2. Then question number 22, the positions of the first and the third digit of each of the numbers are interchanged. 1 and 3 are interchanged. That means it is nothing but the entire number is reversed. As the entire number is reversed, then what will be the resultant if second digit of highest number thus formed is divided by the first digit of the lowest number? Second digit of the highest, how do we know whether which is the highest and which is the lowest? And based on the last digit, isn't it? If the last digit is highest, it is the highest number because the last digit is coming to the first place. And if the last digit is the lowest, that is the least number. Then among these numbers 6, 3, 5, 2, 7, which is the highest? 7 is the highest, isn't it? And this number will be how much? 765. Now 765. And what is the lowest number here? Lowest number is 782. isn't it? That will be 287, not 287. Now in this one, highest number and the lowest number. Now the question is about what? Second digit of the highest number, that is 6, and divided by the first digit of the lowest number, 2. Now 6 divided by 2 is how much? 3, and it is given in choice 4. Done with this? Now this is about question number 22. Then 23. If all the numbers are arranged in the descending order from left to right, and which of the following will be sum of all the 3 digits of the number which is second from the right? Second from the right means the fourth number, isn't it? That is the second highest number. Fourth number is nothing but the second highest number, because now the numbers are written in the descending order. As the numbers are written in the descending order, the fourth number from the right will be second highest number, isn't it? Least and second least number. Second least number, what is the second least number here? Now this is 1, and this will be 2, and this will be 3, and this is 4, and this will be 5. Now the second from the right hand side is 436. Now the sum of all the digits. What is the sum here? 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. Choice 4. Then question number 24. If 2 is added to all the odd digits in all the numbers. Odd digits, all the numbers. Now, and what is the other thing? Then which of the following numbers will be difference between the first and the third digit? Now in this one, 2 is added to all the odd digits. Now 436 will be 456, and 853 will be 875, and 325 will be 527, and 782 will be 782, and 982, and in this one 567, 769. Now in this one, in which of the following numbers will the difference between the first and the third digit be more than 5? First 10 digit, here the difference is 2, here the difference is 3, here the difference is 2, here it is more than 5, isn't it? And see, here it is 2. And so only one such number. What is that number here? 782. 782, because it is based on the original number. Original number is 782, choice 4. Then question number 25. Now in this 25, if in each number all the digits are arranged in the descending order, the digits are arranged in the descending order, and the first number will be 643, and the next one will be 853 as it is, and this must be 532, and 872, and 765. Now the digits are arranged in the descending order within the number. What will be the difference between the lowest and the highest numbers? What is the highest number? 872. 872 is the highest number, and the lowest number is so much? 532. Then what is the difference between these two? 340. 340, that is choice 2. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 21 to 25. Then 26 and 27. Now 26 and 27, these two questions are based on comparison, isn't it? How many persons are there? 6 persons. And who are those 6 persons? P, Q, R, S, T, and U. 6 persons, P, Q, R, S, T, and U, are being compared in their amount, isn't it? Have different amounts. Now position number 1 represents the person who is having the highest amount, and 6 represents the person who is having the least amount. Then only 2 people earns lesser than you. Only 2 persons lesser than you, and you must be the 4th one, isn't it? Only 2 persons lesser than you. Q earns more than R. Q is more than R, but lesser than T. Q is more than R, but lesser than T. Now the relation between among these 3 persons will be T, Q, and R. And next one, Q earns more than R, but lesser than T. P earns more than T. Now whatever this P is, P earns more than T, but lesser than S, but lesser than S. And so all the remaining persons, 5 persons, must be in the same order. S, P, T, Q, R. S, P, T, Q, and R. This is how these persons are, okay, earnings. Then, but less than S. The one who earns the second lowest is 35,000 per month, and the one who earns the third highest will be 92,000 per month. Third highest, this person will be 92,000 per month. Then, who among the following earns the second highest? Second highest, who is that person? P. P, that is choice 3. Then, question number 27. Which of the following could be the possible salary of you? And in between 35 and 92. 35 and 92, 70. Choice 1. 26 and 27 done. Then question numbers 28 onwards. 28 to 31. 8 persons A, B, C, D, L, M, N, O were born on one of the months January, February, April, May of the same year but not necessarily in the same order. And they were born on either 7th or 21st of the respective months. How many persons? 8. And what are the dates here? Months were Jan 7th, and next one Jan 7th and Jan 21st. Jan 7th and 21st, and the next month is Feb 7th and Feb 21st, Jan Feb. After the Jan Feb, April 7th and April 7th and April 21st, and May 7th and May 21st, May 7th and May 21st, isn't it? Now in total 8 persons. Now these 8 persons were born on different dates of the same year. Now we should find out who was born on which day. Now C was born in February. As C was born in February, how many possibilities do we have? 2 possibilities. Either C can be on Feb 7th or C can be on Feb 21st. There are 2 possibilities, and so we are representing these 2 simultaneously. Then only 2 people between C and O. How many people between C and O? There must be exactly 2 people. As 2 people between C and O, now in this case O must be on April 21st, but whereas in case 1 there are 2 possibilities. What are those 2 possibilities? O can be either in the month Jan 7th or O can be May 7th. Then there are 2 possibilities in case 1. O was not born in Jan. As O was not born in Jan, O here is ruled out. Finally, O is on May 7th in case 1. Then as many people were born before O as after D. Now before O, number of persons before O equals to the number of persons after D. This is how to represent the data. Before O, if there is 1 person, after D there must be 1 person. Before O, if there are 2 persons, then after D there must be 2 persons, isn't it? Now in this one before O, how many persons are there? In case 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means after this D, there must be 6. As there must be 6 after D, hence D must be on 21st, isn't it? Before O and after D. That means these 2 persons must be at equidistant from either end. Either first 1 places and 2 places, 3 places, and so on, isn't it? And this is what we mean by ahead and behind. Then in this one also, how many persons are before O? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or O is third from backwards, hence this D must be third from the front. But whereas C is already at that place, and the second case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only 1 case. Done with this? Then only 1 person was born between L and M. Between L and M there must be exactly 1 person. How many possibilities are there? Now L and M can be Jan 7th, Feb 7, or Feb 7, April 7, or April 7, May 7, or April 21st and May 21st. How many possibilities? We have some 4 possibilities because alternate positions. Now L was born on one of the days before M. L was born on one of the days before M. Between L and M there must be only 1 person. And L was not born on 7th, that is clearly specified. As L was not born on 7th, L cannot be here, L cannot be here, L cannot be here. 3 possibilities were ruled out. Now we are left with what? Only 1 possibility. L is on 21st April. Then M will be 21st May. L was not born on 7th. More than 3 people between L and A. Between L and A, how many persons? More than 3. As more than 3, A cannot be here, A cannot be here, isn't it? And so where should this A? A must be on Jan 7th. And B was born on one of the months before N. B was born before N. Hence B is after D and N will be after C. Done with this? Now this is how these 8 persons were born on different dates. Which of the following statements is true as per the given arrangement? As many people were born before A as after M. True or false? Definitely true. How many persons are before A? No. After M also there is no. Hence 1 is the answer. Then question number 29. Who was born in the month of April? Yes, tell me who was the person born in the month of April? N and L. Choice 1. Then question number 30. And when was B born? Yes, tell me when was this B born? B was born on 7th Feb. 7th Feb, choice 2. Then question number 31. Who was born exactly between L and M? Yes, who is that person? O is the person born between L and M, choice 4. Done with this? Then question number 32. Gradual is related to sudden. In the same way, regular is related to what? Yes, what are these two? Regular and? Yes, what is the relation between these two? The relation between these two are synonyms or antonyms? Antonyms. Now, gradual and sudden, these two are opposite to each other, and regular and occasional are opposite to each other. Hence, choice 3. Then question number 33. Now, in this 33, what are the letters given here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And first 8 letters. Next, A, taken out. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Again 8 letters, but whereas the first letter is removed, starting with B. Next one, then starting with C. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Hence, what is the letter here? J is the letter, choice 1. Question number 33, choice 1. Then whatever 34, if in the word tribunal, all the letters are arranged in the alphabetically from left hand side to right hand side in a dictionary, and the positions of how many letters will remain unchanged. Tribunal, what is the TRIBUNAL? Now in this tribunal, how many letters are there? 8 letters. Starting with what? A, B, next one I, L, N, R, T. Now check out the letters. How many letters remain in the same place? I remained at the same place, third, isn't it? Isn't it? A, B, I. Next one. And what is the other letter here? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more letter is left over. What is that letter here? U. U is at the last. Now tribunal, TRIBUNAL, tribunal. Now A, B, I, L, N, R, T, and U. Now tell me what are the letters remain at the same place. I remained at the same place. That's it. Isn't it? And so how many letters remain at the same place? Only 1. Choice 3. Now 34, choice 3. Then 35. Now in this question number 35, point B is 30 meters to the south of point A. A is here. B is 30 meters to the east. Now B is 30 meters to the south of point A. C is 9 meters to the east of point A. C is how many meters? 9 meters. 9 meters to the east of point A. D is 11 meters to the south of C. And D is how many meters? 11 meters. 11 meters to the south of C. Point D. From point D, a person walks 9 meters west. From here, 9 meters west means he reached to this place, isn't it? And 9 meters west, turns right and walks 2 meters. From here, 2 more meters and 2 meters. How far and in which direction is he from point B? Now the distance between now this point and B is so much. Out of this 30, 11 is already done and the remaining is 19. Now this person has turned 2 more meters to the right hand side. Now these 2 must also be added. Then what is the distance here? 21 meters, isn't it? Now this 21 meters, and how far in which direction? He from point B, this person is towards north. 19 plus 2, 21 meters towards north, choice 2. Clear? 21 north, choice 2. Then question number 36. 36 to 40. As 36 to 40, how many of you have done this 36 to 40? As those who have completed, please raise your hands. 36 to 40. Chapter enthmanది చేశారు? 1. Very few hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. ఇంకా 36 to 40. చెప్పండి, ఎందుకు చేయలేదు? ఈజీ అని వదిలేశారా ఏంటి? ఈజీ అనేది వదిలేస్తే ఎలా అండి? చేయాలి కదా ఏదో ఒకటి. Now 36 to 40. Now in this one, what is the information given here? Earlier we had discussed these type of questions, isn't it? Now at a recent international summit, 5 delegates A, B, C, D, and E participated, isn't it? And a person observed and made the following statements. Now A, B, C, D, E are the 5 persons, and at the same time, what is the other information given here? Now here he is talking about different languages as well. What are the different languages given? English, Now here it is not clearly specified at the beginning. Now we should check out what are the languages do we have. Now tell me, English is one, next one is Spanish and French, Italian and Portuguese. In total we have some 5. English, next one is what? Spanish, English, Spanish, French, Italian and finally Portuguese. Hence in total 5 languages. A, B, C, D and E and 5 languages. Done with this? Now it comes on which category? Distribution, isn't it? Distribution 5 into 5. Now in this one, B and C spoke English. Now B and C spoke English, and although when D joined them, they all changed to Spanish. Why all these persons were changed to Spanish? Because D cannot speak English, isn't it? If D speaks English, there is no necessity for these persons to turn to Spanish, isn't it? Hence, this B, C and D can speak what? Can see Spanish. Can speak in Spanish. And the only common language among the 3 of them. And among the 3 of them, and B, C, D is the only common language, Spanish is the only common language among these 3 persons. And there is no other persons who is having the same combination. Now B, C, D cannot have any other language common. Clear? And the only common language, here it is clearly specified. That means English cannot have B, C and D together. Similarly, French cannot have B, C, D. B, C, D cannot speak French, cannot speak Italian, cannot speak Portuguese, isn't it? Because this is the only language which is common for these 3 persons. Then, as English can be spoken by B and C, tell me whether A and E can we make it as cross and cross in English? English lo A and E cross and cross, straight away we can put this one or not, tell me. No. Why? Because no information given that only B and C are speaking English. If that information is given, then none of the remaining persons are speaking English, then we can put this one. Here, it does not come under the earlier type of distribution wherein, wherever you can find a tick, putting cross marks. Okay? And it is completely different to that model. Hence, as of now, no information is given about A and E. Then, the only common language among A, B and E was French. Among A, B and E, and this is the only common language among these 3 persons. A, B and E, the common language is only French, and the remaining cannot be French, isn't it? That means A, B and E togetherly cannot speak any other language other than French. That's how we are supposed to take this one. And A, B, E only French, and the 3 of them. The only common language among A, B and E was French. The only common language between C and E was Italian. C and E, only common language between these 2 is Italian. Italian, C and E is the only common. And there is no other thing common between these 2. Done with this? Only C and E. 3 delegates could speak Portuguese. How many are? Portuguese 3. And 3 delegates could speak Portuguese. The most common language was Spanish. Spanish is the most common language. Most common language means how many persons? More than 3. Either 4 or 5, isn't it? Because Portuguese is 3 and it should be more than 3. Either it could be all the persons can speak Spanish or 4 persons can speak Spanish. And 3 delegates could speak Portuguese. The most common language was Spanish. One of the delegates spoke all the 5, and another spoke 4, another 3, another 2, and that means now rather than giving out this entire information, he can directly give this one. And the number of languages spoken by these persons is different. Different means one person must be 1, another person 2, another person 3, another 4, and another 5. And that's how the statement can be given. Then, now this is what the information given. As of now, out of these 25 blocks, how many blocks we can able to fill? 3, 6, 9, only 12 were filled and the remaining were vacant. Now we are supposed to fill the remaining as well. Then how to fill the remaining? Now C and E. Now C and E is the only common, Italian is the only common language between C and E. That means in the remaining languages, C and E cannot speak the same language, isn't it? And togetherly cannot speak the language. Now in English, as C is already speaking English, can E speaks English? Because C and E is Italian is the only common language between C and E. C and E Italian మాత్రమే కలిపి మాట్లాడతారు. ఇంకా వేరే లాంగ్వేజ్ ఏది ఇద్దరికి కలిపి రాదు. Now, as C is already English, can E speaks English? No. If E speaks English, then apart from this Italian, this C and E are speaking another language, which is completely invalid. And again, Spanish is what? C is speaking Spanish. As C is speaking Spanish, E cannot be Spanish. Are you agreeing this one or not? E cannot be Spanish. Done with this? E can? No, as of now, this E cannot speak Spanish, isn't it? Now I am talking about only Spanish, because one more point is there for Spanish. And what is the other information given here? Most of these people. Most of these people means three cannot be, because 3 is already Portuguese, and 4 or 5, out of which 1 is crossed here. And this person Spanish must be 4. Follow avutunnara leda? Okay? And maximum people, most common language was Spanish. More number of persons are speaking this Spanish. And Spanish, E cannot speak Spanish, the remaining 4 persons are speaking this Spanish. Then, coming to this one. And C and E were done. Now here E is there in French. French, E is already speaking French. As E is already speaking French, C cannot speak French. Are you agreeing this one or not? Because with this information, we can able to find as the most part of this, okay, table. Now in this one, C and E. As C and E is there, then what is the other possibility? C and E. And A, B and E. A, B and E. A, B and E. A, B and E is what? A, B and E. And A, B and E. And B, C, D if you take for this example. B, C and D. B, C and D is nowhere common, isn't it? B, C and D is nowhere common. And at the same time, A, B and E is common here. And B and E is common. And B and E. That's it. And this is what the information we have. Anything else can be deducted from this one? Now if you take the case of E, E is having one cross, D is also having 1 cross, and C is also having 1 cross, isn't it? And C is also having 1 cross. And this B or A as of now do not have any crosses, isn't it? Then, what is the other information we can? B. Now in the case of B, C and D is together, here B and C, B, C and D. Now as C is already there, C and E. C and E is there. Then what is the other thing we can able to derive from this one, Chapan? Now B and C speak English, although D never joined them, all changed to Spanish. The only common language among A, B and E is French. A, B and E is French. A, B and French. And A, B and E is French, E is already there. And now A, B and French. And the only common language between C and E was Italian. C and E was Italian. As E is there, C is there. Next one. The most common language was Spanish. 3 could able to speak Portuguese. As 3 could able to speak Portuguese, tell me who are those 3. Now between C and E, only 1 person should speak. Are you agreeing this one or not? Between C and E, there must be only 1 person. Why there must be only person? Because both C and E cannot speak Portuguese. If these 2 persons speak Portuguese, then what happens here? Then the condition C and E is the only Italian is ruled out. And C and E, only 1 person can be here. As 1 person can be here, C and E. Now let us take the possibilities for this C and E. Done? Now C and E we are going for the possibilities. Either whether E can speak Portuguese or C can speak Portuguese. Now in this one, if you take this E is Portuguese, then C will be what? C will be cross, isn't it? Because between C and E only 1 person. C and E. If there is 1, and between the remaining A, B and D. A, B and D. Now as E is already there here, isn't it? A, B and E, French is the only thing which is common. As French is the only thing which is common, E is already here. Hence, A and B cannot be together. Between these two persons, only one person must speak Portuguese. Isn't it? Follow అవుతున్నారు లేదా? ఇక్కడ E already Portuguese ఉన్నాడు. ఇక్కడ A and B ఇద్దరు Portuguese అయితే అప్పుడు ఏమైపోయింది చెప్పండి, A, B కామన్ ఫ్రెంచ్ అనేది మిస్ అయిపోతుంది, ఇన్వాలిడ్ అవుతుంది. Hence, A and B both cannot speak Portugal. Between these two persons, only one person must speak Portugal. If one person speaks Portugal between these two, then this person D must speak Portugal. Agree అవుతున్నారా లేదా? Now D and E and one person. And between D and E, any other possibility here? C and E, A, B and E, next one B, C and D. Now C is anyhow not there, A, B and E. Then in this case, చెప్పండి. Now, where can we have these 5 possibilities? One person is speaking 5. అది క్లియర్గా ఇచ్చాడా లేదా? One person is 5. Who is that person? Either that can be A or that can be B. 2 possibilities ఉన్నాయా లేదా? A అయినా అవ్వచ్చు, B అయినా అవ్వచ్చు. A అయినా B అయినా మనకు అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉందా చెప్పండి? Now, can A be this one? If A is Portuguese, that means if this person is speaking all the languages. If A is Portuguese, ఇవన్నీ మనం పాసిబిలిటీ తీసుకుంటున్నాం, the cross. Now that means if A speaks all the 3 languages, now this person cannot speak this one, అవునా కదా? Cannot this Portuguese, then the persons who are speaking Portuguese is A, D and E. If the A, D and E, then A, D and E. Now in this case, if this is 5, A is 5, then we should have 4. And who is at 4? This person must be Italian. ఇది ఒకటే కదా మనకి 4 అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది, ఇంకెక్కడైనా అవుతుందా మనకి 4? ఓకే, ఈ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఆల్రెడీ 3 ఉన్నాయి కదా, 2 క్రాస్లు ఉన్నాయి. అమ్మా D, for D. Now if you take for this D ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? If you take for this D, what is the other possibility here? C and E ఇక్కడ valid. It also C in A, B and E. A, B and E. A, B and E. Any other possibility for this A, B and E? Now B, C, D is 1. A, B and E. If you this person is speaking this one, then D, for D is also there is possibility if you take. Any other information which is invalid here? Then B and C, B, C and D. Now B, C, D will be Spanish. ఇంకా మనకి B, C, D ఇంకెక్కడైనా వస్తున్నారా? Now B, now here. If you take this person, if D speaks all the 3 languages, then B, C and D, these 3 persons are speaking Italian. It cannot be the case because B, C, D is only Spanish. అవునా కదా? Hence D cannot be 4. Are you agreeing this one or not? Dని కానీ మనం 4 తీసుకున్నామా ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? అప్పుడు BCD మనకి సేమ్ ఇటాలియన్ మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. BCD ఒకటే మాత్రమే మాట్లాడాలి ఫ్రెండ్స్. Hence that case is ruled out. What is that case which is ruled out? A is speaking all the 5 languages is ruled out, isn't it? As A cannot speak all the 5 languages, then what is the other possibility? Now B is speaking 5 languages. Now we have finalized this B. Now this B is 5 languages. As this B is speaking 5 languages, isn't it? Then between A and E, as 5 languages here, then between A and B only one person must be anukunnam. Avuna kada? If E is at this place, I am talking about E speaking Portuguese. If E speaks Portuguese, then between A and B there must be only one person, then this is cross. Ante kada? Idi cross vastundi. ఇది ఇప్పుడు 5 వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, దెన్ ఏ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ టు దిస్ వన్? 4 అప్పుడు అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది చెప్పండి? వేర్ కెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ దిస్ 4? అండ్ ద 4 కెన్ బి వాట్ ఈస్ ద పాసిబిలిటీ ఫర్ దిస్ 4? దెన్ ద 4 కెన్ బి, నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ ఏ మస్ట్ బి 4. ఏ ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడాలి. ఏ ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడితే ఏబి అండ్ ఏబి అండ్ ఏబి. దెన్ ఎనీ అదర్ పాసిబిలిటీ అదర్ దెన్ దిస్ వన్? దెన్ సి ఈజ్ 3. ఇఫ్ సి ఈజ్ 3, then what about this D and E? Now if you take this one, if A is 4, if you take A4, and we cannot find one person who is speaking only one language, manaki akkada ichadu one person is speaking one language and one person is speaking 2 languages. Now if A is 4, if you take A as 4, isn't it? That means then this person is speaking 4, this person 5, this person at least 3, this person at least 2, this person at least 3. అవునా కదా? కానీ మనకి ఒక్క లాంగ్వేజ్ మాత్రమే మాట్లాడేది కంప్లీట్గా రూల్డ్ అవుట్. Isn't it? As it is completely ruled out, then this A cannot be English. This person cannot speak 4 languages. And this person must speak how many languages? Only 3 languages. And what are those 3 languages? Spanish, French, and no. Now, sir, what are the assumption we have taken? E at this place is completely ruled out. E speaking Portuguese is ruled out. Why? If you take E Portuguese at this place, then if you take E Portuguese at this place, we cannot find out a person who is speaking only 1 language. Andaru oka language kanna ekku maatlade valle unnaru, which implies that E cannot speak Portuguese. As E cannot speak Portuguese, then E cannot speak Portuguese. సరిపోయిందా? ఇంతకుముందు మన అజంప్షన్తో మొదలు పెట్టాం, ఈ స్పీకింగ్ పోర్చుగీస్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్పీకింగ్ పోర్చుగీస్ అయితే ఒక లాంగ్వేజ్ మాట్లాడేవాడు ఒకరు మాత్రమే ఉండాలి, అది లేదు. Then what is the other possibility here? Then now in this one, can D be this one? D and E definitely ga undala manaki, D and E. If you take D and E at this place, then where can we find this one? No. As of now 5 speaking, there is 1 person 5 speaking, and this one at least 2 ticks oka daggara unnai, 2 ticks ikkada unnai, 2 ticks ikkada unnai. Avuna kada? No. ఒక్కసారి చూడండి, B ఆల్రెడీ మనకి 5 ఇది ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయింది కదా. B ఈజ్ స్పీకింగ్ 5 లాంగ్వేజెస్. ఏలో ఎన్ని టిక్లు ఉన్నాయి చెప్పండి? 2 టిక్లు ఉన్నాయి. మినిమం 2 టిక్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఆర్ నాట్? అండ్ ఇన్ C దేర్ ఆర్ మినిమం 2 టిక్స్. అవునా కదా? ఒక్కసారి చూడాలి, కొద్దిగా ఓపిక పట్టండి. A there are 2 ticks, B 5 persons finalized, C there are at least 2 ticks, and E there are 2 ticks. Hence where can we have 1 language? Only D. That means D cannot speak the remaining languages. Final చేయొచ్చా లేదా? ఒక టిక్ ఉన్నది ఇంకెక్కడైనా ఉందా? ఇంకెక్కడా లేదు. కనీసం 2 టిక్లు ఉన్నాయి. కనీసం 2 టిక్లు ఉన్నాయనుకుంటే Dకి మాత్రమే, he is the only person who is speaking only 1 language. And what is that one? And that is Spanish. Now this D and E cannot speak Portuguese. Then Portuguese, how many persons are speaking Portuguese? How many? 4 persons. As 4 persons are speaking 3 persons, and these 3 persons must be here. Portuguese, A, B and C are speaking Portuguese. Then coming to Italian. Now this is 5 done, B is 5, and A is how many? No, A is how many here? Now we got C4 uchara leda, tick 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 and tick. If C is 4, now we should check out for 3 and 2. And can this person be 3? No, A is 3. A is 3, and this is 2, and this is 1. Saripenda? Then whatever this one, A is 3, and this is also cross. And next one, C is 4, and D is only 1, and E is 2. Done with this? From where we have drawn this one? Now with that information, there is 1 person who is speaking only 1 language. That means for one other person there must be only 1 tick, and the remaining must be crosses. The only possibility for that one is D. Okay? Yes? Is this clear or shall I explain once again? Cheppandi. ఇంకొకసారి చూద్దాం. Okay? No. Just write down this one. Earlier we had taken a case and elaborated this one. Now you got the clear idea about this one, isn't it? As you got the clear idea, then let us do once again. Then what are the things left out? ఒక్కసారి ఓపిక పట్టాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఇంతకుముందు మొత్తం కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి అయింది. Now rather than explaining the concept, then how to go this one strictly. Okay, let us check out. Then what are the languages here? English. Because though you were satisfied with that one, but I am not satisfied with the explanation. Hence I am going for once again French, Italian and Portuguese. As what is the information given here? Now 5 persons. English, Spanish, French, Italian and Portuguese. What is the first information given? Tell me. B and C. B and C are speaking in English. And when D joined them, all these persons are speaking Spanish. Now B, C and D are Spanish. Hence, now B, C and D cannot speak English. Isn't it? As D cannot speak English, this is what the information we can have. Then other words. A, B and C, E was French. And the next one, the only common language between C and E was Italian. Only common language between C and E was Italian. And what is the other information here? A, B and E was French. A, B and E, Spanish. And who are the persons here? B, C and D. B, C and D is the only common language. Spanish is the only common language for these three persons. The remaining languages, these three persons cannot speak together. Hence B, C, D. And the next one. And between A, B and E was French. A, B and E was French. The only common language among these three persons, A, B and E, was French. And the only common language between C and E was Italian. Italian, only common language is Italian. And the most common language was Spanish. And one of the delegates spoke all the five and so on. The most common language, Portuguese is 3. As Portuguese is 3, then Spanish could be either 4 or 5. Either 4 or 5. Now in this one, C and E is Italian. Now in English, as he is already speaking English, E cannot speak English. Because if E is also speaking English, then C and E, apart from Italian, there is another language which is common between, which is not valid. And same is the case, Spanish, E cannot speak Spanish because he is already speaking Spanish. Now E is speaking French and C cannot speak French. Done with this one? Hence between C and E, only one person. Hence what is the order here? C and E, Italian. Now in this one, Spanish. And what is the other thing we have here? Now Portuguese, there are exactly 3 persons. And Spanish, what happened to the Spanish? Spanish must be 4. Why Spanish is 4? Because that is the most common language among most of the people. And E cannot speak Spanish, the remaining 4 persons must speak Spanish. Isn't it? Because Portuguese is 3, Spanish must be more than this 3. 5 is not possible, hence only 4 persons. Now this is what the case we have as of now. Now as of now, if you observe here, now let us take the case of 1. There is one person who is speaking only one language. As there is one person who is speaking only one language, then coming to this one, English. Now B, C are speaking English, and what about this A, whether A can speak English or not. Now whether A can speak English or not, what is the common between these two? B, C and D. Here B, C and D and A, B and E. A, B and E. A, B and E is fine. Now this A can speak English, isn't it? Now B, as of now, either B or E can speak 5 languages, isn't it? Because there is one person who can speak 5 languages. E cannot speak 5 languages because there are 2 crosses. D cannot speak 5 languages because there is 1 cross. C cannot speak 5 languages, hence there is because 1 cross. Hence either A or E can speak 5 languages. If A or E, now I am taking, now let us, A is speaking all the 5 languages, isn't it? If A is speaking all the 5 languages, then what happens here? A is speaking all the 5 languages, then ABC is common and 5 is there. Then here 3 is there, here also there is 3, here there is 2 and there is 1. Then where can we have 1 here? 1. There is one person who is speaking. There is one person who is speaking only one language. Who is that person? That person must be D. This can be finalized, isn't it? As this is finalized, then now 2 persons. Now there is one person who is speaking only 2 languages. 2 persons who are only 2 languages. Who is that person? That is none other than this E. And this is also finalized, isn't it? Now 2 languages, 1 language is finalized. Now we are left with 3, 4 and 5. Now in this 3, 4 and 5, now tell me. Now B, C and D. B, C and D. Between C and B, C and D. Here B, C and D is there. Here Italian. How many? Now Italian, how many are there? As of now 3 were Italian, isn't it? But whereas only Spanish is having more than 3. hence this must be cross. Follow అయ్యారా లేదా? ఎందుకు చెప్పండి? Because Spanish is the only language wherein most of the persons are speaking. That is 4 persons. ఇక్కడ స్పానిష్ మనకి 4 వచ్చారు, మళ్ళీ ఇటాలియన్ 4 persons మాట్లాడుకోదు కనుక యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ హౌ మెనీ పర్సన్స్? 3 persons. అవునా కదా? పోర్చుగీస్ 3 వచ్చారు, ఇది 3 వచ్చారు. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇది 3 అయితే ఇప్పుడు చూడండి మనకి దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కేస్ హియర్? దెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ దిస్ కేస్, నౌ వీ హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ విత్ ఏ కెన్ స్పీక్ ఇంగ్లీష్, దెన్ 5 persons here and 3 persons here, this will be 4, and between C and E there must be only 1 person. అవునా కదా? Between C and E only 1 person must speak, because if this person is also speaking this one, these 3 are common. B, C, D common అయిపోతుంది. అవునా కదా? ABs, and it cannot be the case at all, isn't it? Then finally we are left with how many? Only 2 persons are speaking Portuguese. వీళ్ళిద్దరిలో ఒకడు మాత్రమే ఉండాలి మనకి B and C లో మాత్రం, కానీ ముగ్గురు అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ లేదు. Which implies that A cannot speak this English at all. Hence, as A cannot speak English, the assumption whatever we have taken A speaking English is false. If A cannot speak English, then this is 1 and this is 2, 1 person speaking here, 2 persons speaking here, then 3, 4 and 5 must be here. Then what is the other possibility for this 5? Who must speak 5? Then this B must speak 5. Now as this B is speaking 5 and 5 is done, 1, 2, 5, now we are left with 4 and 3. Now in this 4 and 3, then who can speak 4? As 4. Now in this one, A is already this one. Now if you take this one C and E, B, C and D. B, C, D is common for Spanish only. Here it cannot be. C and D is already there, isn't it? B, C and D. Hence A cannot be Italian at all, isn't it? సరిపోతుందా లేదా? Hence how many persons are there in this one? Hence 3. If 3 persons are there, then these 3 persons must speak Portuguese, because Portuguese we must have only 3, and Portuguese is 3 అయిపోయారు. Then what about left over here? Now A is speaking 3 languages and this person must speak how many languages? 1, 2, this person must speak 4 languages. Done with this? Now this is about 36 to 40. Question number 36. The person who speaks all the 5 languages, who is that person? Now the person who is speaking all the 3 languages is B. B, that is choice 2. Then question number 37. D does not speak which are the following languages? D cannot speak. D can speak only Spanish, isn't it? He can speak all the Spanish, hence he cannot speak these 3. All 1, 2 and 3, choice 5. Then question number 38. He speaks which are the following languages? As he speaks French and Italian, French, Italian 1 and 2, choice 2. Then question number 39. Now in this 39, the only person who does not speak Spanish. 4 persons can speak Spanish. He cannot speak Spanish. That is choice 5, none of this. Then question number 40. Which of the following indicates the pair of persons who speak neither English nor Italian? Neither English nor Italian. English and Italian A, and next one D. A and D. A and D, that is given in choice 1. Now this is about question numbers 36 to 40, paper number 20592. Okay. Then as what are the questions left over here? 62 to 66. Now question number 62 to 66 number series. Now in this number series 62 to 66. Now tell me question number 62. Now in the 62, 12, 12, 36, 180. As 12, 12, 36, 180, if you observe the choices, all the choices are in thousands, isn't it? Hence it must be under multiplication or combination. 12 into 1 is 12, but whereas 12 and 36 and 36 and 180, isn't it? Now this comes under which category? Multiplication. Now 12 into 1, 12 into 3, 36 into 5, 1, 3, 5, next 7. 18 into 7 is so much? 1, 1, 2, 60. 1, 2, 60, that is choice 5. Now question number 62, it is choice 5. 1, 2, 60. Then 1, 2, 60, choice 5 is the answer. Then question number 63. Now in the 63, what are the numbers given here? 16, 86, 16, 86, 149, 205, then what should be the next one? Yes, tell me what is the answer here. Now the difference between these two is how much? 16 and 86. Yes, tell me what is the difference here? 16 plus 70 is the difference. Next difference between 86 and 149, 14 plus 49, that is 63. Isn't it? 70, 63, 149 and 205, 51 plus 5, 56. Now what are the difference between 70 and 63? 7. Isn't it? Now the difference between these two is 7. And what is the next difference between these two? Here 63 and 56, here again 7. And the next one is also 7 difference. And 56 minus 7 is how much? 56 minus 7 minus plus 49. And 205 plus 49. What is the difference here? 254. 254, choice 5. Question number 63, choice 5. Then 64. Now in this question number 64, if you observe here, 3, 4, 9, 32 and 900. The number increases to 900s. It must be under product or combination, out of which product is not possible between 4 and 9. Isn't it? Hence, what is the logic here? Now 3, 4, 9. 9 and 32, how can you relate these two? 9 and 32. 9 into 3, 9 into 3 plus 5. Or into 4 minus 4. Between these two, which is common here? Into 4 minus 4. Okay? Seems to be appealing. And this will be into 3 minus 3. And this is into 2 minus 2. Into 2 minus 2, into 3 minus 3, into 4 minus 4, into 5 minus 5. And 32 into 5 is so much? 160 minus 5, 155. Choice 5. Into 2 minus 2, into 3 minus 3, into 4 minus 4, into 5 minus 5. Then question number 65. As tell me what is the answer here, 65. Now in the 65, if you observe here, all the numbers are given in what? All the numbers are given in decimals. As the numbers are given in decimals, now as the numbers are given in decimals, then we should check out for what? Then remove the decimals, isn't it? As remove the decimals 6 and 7.2. That means multiplying each of these number with what? 10. 6, 72, 87 and 108 and 141. Then what should be the next? 60 and 72, the difference is 12. 72 and 87, 15. 87 and 108. 13 plus 8 is so much? 21. Next difference is so much? 108 and 141. The difference between these two is 33. Then what is the difference between 12 and 15 plus 3? Here the difference is 6. And here the difference is so much? 12. Isn't it? 3, 6, 12. And the next difference is so much? 24. Now 24 plus 20, 33 plus 24, 57. Now 1 plus 7 is 8, 14 plus 5 is 19, 198. As we have removed the decimal, now we should keep the decimal. What is the answer here? 19.8, choice 3. 19.8, choice 3, question number 65. Now question number 66. 7, 14, 40. 7, 14, 40, 103, 227. And the next one is the question mark, isn't it? Now what is the difference between 7 and 14 plus 7? And next difference is how much? 26. Next one 63. 7, 26, 63. What are these numbers? 7 can be written as 2 cube minus 1. 26 is 3 cube minus 1. This is 4 cube minus 1. 5 cube minus 1. What is 5 cube minus 1? 124. Check out whether it is 124 or not. And the next one is what? 5 cube minus 1. Next one, 6 cube minus 1 should be added. What is 6 cube? 216. Minus 1, 215. Now 227 plus 215. What is the answer? 27 plus 15 is so much? 42. That means 442, choice 1. Done with this? Now this is about paper number 20599. 20599 RRB PO, tried one.